Part 3, the grand finale of how my cat went missing and how I brought him home 12 days later. At the point that Whiskers has been missing for a week, I go full scent.
And I hire a professional pet tracker who uses a trained scent dog. I did my research, make sure that they were trusted, and I booked them as soon as I could. They were able to come a few days later. My mom also now drove 2 hours down to be my next round of support. And let me just say that working with the pet tracker was such an amazing experience, and here's where it all gets crazy. So they get here, and keep in mind that the scent dog typically is tracking one trail of wherever your pet got out and started running. With Whiskers being an outdoor cat for 16 years, there's probably 40 billion trails that he's made around here. This scent dog somehow gets on a trail and just starts going. And we are headed in the opposite direction of where Whiskers had previously been sighted. So in my gut, I was like, I don't think this is right. I don't know if this is right. But here's the thing. The dog was headed in the right direction. Let me show you a map. The top is my home. Over there where it says sighting number 1 is where he was seen the first time, and my dad and I spent a full week looking. Sighting number 2 is where we saw him eventually. If you look back at the top near home, there's a blue line. That is where the scent dog started off immediately. So headed in the direction that Whiskers was in. So I don't know if he started up at that first sighting and then somehow cut across the parks, which scares the F out of me because we do have coyotes in those parks. I don't know what he did, but we were about 30 minutes into the tracking experience and I receive a call. And it is a lady saying, "Hi, I'm pretty sure I've been feeding your cat for the past 5 nights." So at that point, I freak, can't believe this is real life. I give the phone to the pet tracker and she takes over. We get in the car, we all go to that neighborhood, which is a mile away. And once we get there, the tracker dog gets out and she immediately confirms, yes, Whiskers has been there. She picks up his scent immediately. Long story short, because a lot happened that day. Whiskers had made his way over there. We confirmed it with not only the scent dog and the lady who called me, but another set of neighbors who had seen him and had been feeding him as well, because the lady and those other neighbors have indoor-outdoor cats. So come to find, Whiskers had buddied up with these other indoor-outdoor cats, was following them around. They were camping out in this abandoned house that had a crawl space underneath, so he was warm and dry under there. And he would come out every night to get fed by the neighborhood. So my time with the pet tracker was up, and she gave me a list of next steps, because the number one thing that she taught me is that when a pet is displaced, so lost and far away from home, they are in fight or flight, and they will not recognize you. I later learned that to be absolutely true. So the last thing that you want to do is go running up to them, yelling their name, shaking their food and their treats. They don't care, they don't know who you are. They will then run away and be displaced even further, which is worse, because at this point he had found a safe home base to live in. So she gives me a list of things to do, trail cameras to get, different fish to get, a new trap to get, to try to trap him, and explains that it could take another week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I'm not gonna lie, I went off the books. I didn't have it in me emotionally to do another 2-3 weeks of this whole fiasco. So I worked really close and collaborated with the sweet lady who called me, and she is the hero of the story. Because my mom and I were supposed to go run errands to get all those things, but instead we did a stakeout and we sat in my car because it was about time when they said he ate dinner every single night. So we were like, he's probably gonna come out any minute now, and he did. Here's me seeing him for the first time in 12 days.
Mom, it's him!
So my mom did a stakeout and we worked with the lady, and she was able to pick him up, because when I approached him very slowly and calmly, he backed up. He did not know who I was. He wanted nothing to do with me, but he had built trust in that lady. So she was able to be a lifesaver for me and pick him up, and we were able to together all like tag team him and like get him into his cat carrier and bring him home. So that's why I was in so much shock, because I thought it was going to take multiple nights, days, weeks to get him home, and we did it right then and there. So all in all, one of the best days of my entire life. I went from the morning thinking that no one had seen him in days, thinking it was going to take weeks more to find him, to bringing him home that night so unexpectedly.